CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, another emotional day at Stoneman Douglas High School. The education secretary joined lawmakers and victims' families in the visit to the site of the horrific attack nearly 6 years ago. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has the report from Parkland.
For the third time, Debbie Hickson is walking through the building where her husband, Chris, was murdered. A building that stands frozen in time. Bullets, books, shattered glass, and blood still mark the hallways.
Definitely takes some talking yourself into walking through again. But as you know, as I mentioned earlier, you can't have a voice at the table if you don't show up. And you know, to honor Chris's legacy and the legacy of the other 16 people who were stolen from us here, if we can make a difference, then you just have to work through it and show up.
Chris was the athletic director and wrestling coach who ran toward the sound of gunshots, unarmed.
Every time you go, you think of different things. You put yourself in, you know, what was going through his mind and, you know, what it looks like. I mean, a lot of people who haven't seen the video don't realize that after Chris was shot point blank in the chest 3 times, he spent 7 minutes trying to get up to go after the shooter still.
Debbie is trying to continue Chris's heroic legacy so that the failures of February 14th, 2018 do not continue to happen.
Responsible firearm ownership and what that looks like and the access to weapons. But really, I think the idea of the walkthrough is, like I said, to do a national standard on what infrastructure of schools should look like, that the doors should be solid, that they should have automatic locking doors, that there should be bulletproof or heavy weather windows, that there should be cinder blocks, not drywall that's there for the schools.
And that was CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner reporting. We will bring you the very latest from Parkland starting on CBS News Miami at 5 p.m. Our Joan Murray is there with the story.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside at beautiful downtown Miami, even when it's cloudy, still a great place to be. Let's check in with Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler. So when is the wind going to calm down?
It will by the end of the week, but we're going to have to deal with this for the next couple of days. Wind gusts right now gusting to 33 miles per hour out of the east, and it's causing some big waves coming in. So not good as far as boating conditions or beaching conditions right now, unless you want to do some kite surfing, something like that. Other than that, very breezy, but at least our temperatures are warming up, so we're going in the right direction. Clouds continue to stream in. We've got that strong easterly flow. No rain out there, though. That's dry. This is the wind right now, sustained at 22, but gusting to 33 in Miami, gusting to 22 in Homestead, even down here in the Keys. Very strong winds as well. It's that easterly flow, very powerful. Now, tomorrow, the winds will still be strong again. I think we're going to bring them down just slightly. I don't think we'll be up to 35 miles per hour like we've had today, but up to 25 definitely. Again, the easterly wind, so it's going to be the case as we head all the way through Wednesday at this point. So therefore, we have a small craft advisory in effect until 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Everywhere, including the Keys, the Gulf, the East Coast, the eastern seaboard here, Biscayne Bay, all of these areas are going to be tough. We also have a high surf advisory until 10 a.m. tomorrow, and also a rip current risk. So not the best beach time, even though our temperatures are warming up, but it's that ridge of high pressure that continues to pull in all that warm air and those winds. So breezy and warm, that's going to be the case through Wednesday. Then we're actually going to cut back those winds a little bit, but even bring in warmer temperatures by the end of the week. And we could see a stray shower along the coast, and that's just due to friction. With an east wind, you get a little bit of coastal friction that could cause some lift, and we could get some showers right along the metro coastal areas, but not real likely. Highs over the next few days, look at this warming trend, up to 82, 83 degrees by this weekend, and very little chance for any rain.
A lot's going on there. Thank you, Cindy. Well, now to a safety alert. This is out of Pembroke Pines. Police are trying to track down a man they say attacked a juvenile. Police say it happened last night when the girl was walking along South Flamingo Road, just north of Pembroke Road. According to police, a man walked up to the girl, grabbed her, and covered her mouth before pulling her into the bushes. That's where the sexual battery occurred. Then he ran away. Police described this suspect as a dark-skinned Hispanic man between the ages of 20 and 30. He has dark hair and was wearing a white polo shirt and black jeans. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten is covering this story. He's going to have the very latest tonight at 5. Plantation police are looking for the gunman behind a deadly shooting. This happened outside a shopping plaza in Plantation. Police say Saturday night the shooting was a targeted attack. According to investigators, 4 people exited a Best Buy. Then another group approached and opened fire. 1 person was killed and 3 others, including 2 bystanders, were hurt. The deceased victim has been identified by the high school principal as Terrence Farrington Jr. He was just 17 years old.
We as educators are tired. We're tired of having to explain to classmates why this person isn't here. He was on our football team. He was one of the great star players on our team. So the football team was in great shock to know that one of their players this coming Tuesday won't be in practice.
A memorial service will be held on Tuesday. Anyone with information that can help, call police. The Broward County Crime Stoppers are also accepting any information that you might have, and that number is 954-493-TIPS. Fire officials are investigating what sparked a deadly house fire in Hollywood. According to investigators, the fire broke out around 5 in the morning. It happened along Southwest 17th Avenue. When firefighters arrived, they found the fire isolated to the back of the home. A man was found inside. Crews rushed him to the hospital where he later died. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. New Hampshire voters will head to the polls tomorrow to decide the first in the nation primary. It comes as the race for the Republican presidential nomination is officially now down to 2 candidates. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropped out Sunday and endorsed former President Donald Trump. CBS News Miami's Penny Commit has the latest from Manchester.
I'm excited as tomorrow is the big day.
Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley stepped up her attacks against former President Trump as she campaigned in New Hampshire 1 day before the state's first in the nation primary.
And every single thing that Donald Trump has said or put on TV has been a lie.
The former UN ambassador is now Trump's only challenger for the GOP nomination after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropped out Sunday.
It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance.
Trump said Sunday he appreciated DeSantis' endorsement and called Haley unelectable.
The radical left Democrats are supporting Nikki for a very simple reason, because they know she's easy to beat.
While the latest polling shows Trump with a big advantage among Republicans in New Hampshire, independents, known as undeclared, are the biggest voting bloc in the state, and they're allowed to participate in the Republican primary. So while Trump maintains a double-digit lead, Haley is focused on turning out those people in the middle.
This year, I am still completely undecided. This election's coming up on Tuesday, and I still don't know who I'm going to vote for.
But Haley's path forward may be an uphill climb. Trump won New Hampshire's independent voters in 2016. Penny Commit, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
President Biden's name is not on the New Hampshire ballot because he is complying with the Democratic Party decision, and that's to make South Carolina its first primary state. According to the Secretary of State's office, 21 Democrats submitted the necessary paperwork and payment to appear on the ballot. The Trump defamation trial in New York has been delayed until tomorrow. It's due to possible COVID infections with both the jury and the defense legal team. A juror said they weren't feeling well today. His attorney Asa says she had a fever and that she had dinner with her parents 3 days ago, and they have been diagnosed with COVID. She says another Trump attorney has been exposed as well. Both tested negative for COVID today. Trump was in court and planned to testify today. No word on whether he'll testify tomorrow. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The newly released autopsy report reveals the cause of death for the beloved actor.
Matthew Perry's death shocked millions of fans and put a spotlight on a drug used to treat depression.
The cause of death was due to ketamine intoxication.
But to many in South Florida, ketamine is not a killer, but a cure.
The new year just happened, and there was a chance that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for ketamine.
Tonight at 5, CBS News Miami's Joan Marie clears up the confusion over ketamine.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The road to Vegas for Super Bowl Sunday is down to just 4 teams. CBS News Miami's Mike Cunha joins us in studio with a breakdown. How's it looking, Mike?
Yeah, and then there were 4. As they say, the AFC NFC title games are set for this weekend. A spot in Vegas, as you mentioned, up for grabs, but some familiar faces will be there. Patrick Mahomes has led the Chiefs to a 6th straight AFC championship game. They won 27-24 in chilly Orchard Park after a missed field goal from the Bills. They continue to haunt Bills Mafia. So that sets Mahomes, Kelsey, and yes, even Taylor Swift on the doorstep of a 2nd straight Super Bowl appearance and their 4th in 5 years if they can get past the Ravens in Baltimore. Then in the NFC, the Lions in the city of Detroit riding high. After decades of heartbreak, this team is not only easy to root for, but very tough to deal with. They were able to hold off a late charge from the Bucs 31-23 and are now just 1 game away from their first ever Super Bowl appearance.
Very exciting. Okay, we'll see how it all plays out. Thank you, Mike. And the only place you can watch the AFC Championship game is right here on CBS Miami. The Ravens will take on the Chiefs Sunday afternoon at 3. And we are now just 20 days away from Super Bowl 58, February 11th, only right here on CBS Miami. And now here's what's coming up all new on CBS News Miami at 5. People looking for a new job in 2024 may have more competition than in recent years. A look at the state of our job market ahead at 5. The power of CBS News and the CBS News Miami stream are always at your fingertips. We're on Pluto TV, and hey, it's all free. Or you can find us on your favorite streaming device with the CBS News app, then click CBS News Miami. That's your Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a fantastic day.